So the organization development approach has been around for many decades. It started out in the 1940s and 50s and has kind of been tweaked over the years as different people have their influence on the approach. So rather than having one particular theory that within this approach, it's characterized by underlying values. So these three values are humanistic values, democratic values, and developmental values. And these three values can be expanded upon by a list of characteristics, such as this approach is planned. There's a lot of planning that goes into it. It's not just kind of something that happens spontaneously. A lot of times someone will be brought into the organization to actively plan this, or initiative is started within the organization. It comes from the top, where top management is actively involved in making sure that this is implemented correctly and that their employees feel valued and that they are acting out these values themselves. It improves the effectiveness of both the people in the organization and the organization as a whole. It is long-term, so it's not just a short-term goal that is has a set arrival date and then the organization moves on. These are long-term changes that affect the core values of the organization. It is action-oriented, so it's not just where someone describes different ideas that people should keep in mind, but typically the person that is implementing this approach will have set actions that they want employees to adopt that will help them understand how to make these changes on their own going forward. This approach changes the attitudes and behaviors of the people in the organization. It's experiential-based learning, and it utilizes groups and teams, which since organization development is connected to the coaching image of managing change, it's easy to understand how groups and teams are involved in that. And many of these characteristics and values were considered very radical when they were first developed in the 1940s, where the well-being of employees wasn't the top priority of organizations. They were more concerned just with the financial performance of the company. And therefore, the traditional focus of organization development has always been the people of the organization.